Hello and welcome to Magical Marker, a game of Dungeons and Dragons and drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game, but doodling what happens along the way. It's a PG-13 story of teens and tweens on their first big adventure on their own. Let's introduce our cast. Now, we're down a member this week. Nothing to worry about, but Priscilla Kim is indisposed this week and will be back next week. And we're going to start then with Boya. Who is Boya? Who are you playing?
I'm playing a character named Bug, who is a bugbear warlock, and he's 12 years old. And yeah, that's it.
All right, Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Zip. She is a drow fighter, and she's 16 years old.
And lastly, Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. I'm playing Swell. He's a Water Ganassi cleric, and he's 15 years old.
And I'm your Dungeon Master, Brian. I'm currently running the party's NPC companion, Sutran, a magically animated severed hand of a spellcaster from decades ago, who is searching for her other hand so she can magic herself back a body. I'll also be playing Priscilla's character, which is Isubriel, the elven or half-elven bard, who is still with the party, but will be a little less talkative this week.
For a change.
The party are on the tropical island of Whispering Fire in the village of Phantom Wall. Its scrying Tabaxi citizens offered to help the teen adventurers if they retrieved a giant gelatinous gem from the home of a nearby deceased wizard. The team went with local guide Whispering Axe, met new friend Stinging Nettle, and found the gem. They also found a laboratory with lots of sentient oozes and some ooze samples, which Bug decided to try to eat and end up absorbing into his skull. Fruit-infused ooze. When leaving the lair, the heroes felt a rush of excitement, energy, and power surge through them for accomplishing this task. This is what it feels like to level up, finally reaching level 2. They brought their loot back to the town where the scryers tried to locate the party's masters. In the gem, they could see all their teachers trapped an amethyst-like gem. And as the vision pulled back, that gem, they could see, was attached to the forehead of a giant phoenix, whose strange tail was not feathers, but tentacles from a kraken attached to its back. This tri-titan flew in the skies of the wintry north. The kids were reassured that their masters were alive, but dreaded they were in giant trouble. Stinging Nettle also got a vision. Hers was of her mother, who was trapped as a servant on another island in the Rainbow Archipelago with other Tabaxi from around the world. This is where she would part ways with the party off on her own adventures. Now the heroes stand in the village center, maybe ready to plan their next move, maybe to deal with the emotional gut punch they've just been delivered. I'm going to drop in the picture of the vision they had from last week. Hopefully will not be cropped. Unfortunately, I got the wrong file size last week. I have the right size this week, I believe. Let's see if this one fits. Nope, that's not the right one. Gotta get the other one. But feel free to roleplay as I paste a picture in.
Copy, paste. Did anyone else get that surge on the way out of the wizard sanctum?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, feels weird. Must be the jelly I ate. The slime I ate. Is it the slime I ate?
I didn't eat any slimes, but I got it too.
What, do you feel different?
Yeah, heaps different. I feel like stronger. Got a bit more.
I think I got...
What's that, Zip?
Is the vision of the phoenix thing in the gem?
You saw it in the gem, but it's gone now.
Oh,
and
okay.
in fact, then there was the other vision. There were two Tabaxi that helped you out. One, the rainbow dusk rainbow scarf passed out from the strain of looking at this vision. And then the secondary one, Thrice Fired Vase, gave the second vision, and also was too much for them to contain and control, and sort of just fell to the ground. So the rest of the village are huddled around them and like, are you okay? What should we do? What can we get? Get them some food, get them some coffee. You know, they're coming up with different ideas of how to try and make them feel better, because they don't really have a magical healer or herbalist in the group,
Get them some orange slices.
as far as you can tell.
Some orange slice.
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe it. This is ridiculous.
You think we're still in some kind of elaborate training exercise? Because that's pretty real to me.
You believe everything strange tabaxis in the jungle tell you? How do you know he's not showing you a vision of, like, your worst nightmare or something? How do you know that any of this is real?
We are just like plugged into a machine.
We're
whole
batteries for
time.
the machines.
We're actually really old.
Some sort of clockwork device.
How do you know we're not in the Matrix?
What is the Matrix?
Well, I can't tell you what
the
it is.
Matrix you speak of?
I mean, what even was that thing? Have you ever seen something like that before? Octopus butt and breathing fire?
I will remind you that that it looks like the combination of the 3 titans that your masters fought and destroyed,
Oh,
which
like
was
the-
a giant phoenix, a crystal, purple crystal monster giant, and a kraken.
Didn't they already destroy them?
That was your understanding. The only one that wasn't completely destroyed was the phoenix, which was put back in its, like, it died and was back in an egg and then put somewhere safe.
Well,
The crystalline giant was dropped in a volcano, and I believe the kraken was, I can't remember how they destroyed the kraken, but it was cut up.
around it.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it was drowned.
It was drowned.
It was flopping around.
They
They
took it out
were
of the water.
They were all separate creatures before, but now
Yes.
they're joined together.
Now they are joined into one monster.
It's very scary.
There's 2 things that jump to mind. Seeing that one, that definitely was Osprey that I saw in the gem. That was her. There's no way that the cats would know that that's Osprey. There's no way. And second of all,
Well, they were looking for her, though. So of course they would know it was her.
No, they were looking for my master.
that was a Spuriel, right?
Yeah, they were looking for Edarian.
And did that look like your masters? Was that Zunk and Turtle Man? I can't remember his name.
Titus. I mean, yeah, it looked like him, but it can't have been him. There's no way. They've already defeated these titans. Like, how could they just get captured by them again? I don't believe it, and I'm gonna grab one of the nearby tabaxis and say, "Show me my sister." I'm not gonna believe it until I see Mog.
Is she on the island? I can try looking with my device here. If she's on the island, I can
She's
spot
not
her.
on this island. Why would she be on this island? Show me in the gem.
I'm not sure I want to try the gem. Look what it did to them.
Ah, you're such a coward. I'm gonna toss this guy aside and grab another one.
Careful! You'll
Show me
anger
my
the spirits.
sister.
Whispering Axe, the tabaxi bruiser that you went on this journey with, puts a paw on your shoulder. Says, "You've got to stop that."
I'm not gonna stop until I see my sister. Somebody wake this guy up. And I'm gonna point to whichever one of the tabaxis is on the ground.
The one on the ground, those were Thrice Fired Vase and Long Dusk Sky Scarf. But Slow Moving Storm, Twin Cleaving Blades, and Whispering Axe, the 3 tough tabaxi in the village, all sort of form a circle around you and say, "You're taking the role of the evil elf in the well a little too far."
This has nothing to do with evil elf. I just want to see my sister. I'm not gonna believe anything you tell me until I see her.
Maybe you should sleep on it.
I'm gonna stick my foot through the gem.
You're going to destroy the gelatinous gem?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Make an attack roll.
There's 3 giant tabaxi around you.
Can I react to it?
You can react to her trying to do it. Yeah. What do you want to do? Well, we can do initiative to see who gets to act first. So
Oh, right.
I got
He's
a 22.
for initiative,
I
sure.
rolled 20 plus 2.
I got a 4.
13.
So you're like a little bit a ways from the gem because you're, sort of surrounded, and it's very clear that you're stomping over to it to go smash it. Like you're just making your way towards it, and Bug has like a second to react, and Bug does what?
I'm gonna dive and push her out of the way.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
What is that? A strength or what's attack?
So it would be your regular attack roll, but I don't think you get your proficiency bonus with it if it's unarmed.
So unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Got 19 to hit.
I think that's a hit. All right. Bug like tackles you and like grabs you. I don't know. Like, how are you tackling Zip?
Headbutt to the stomach.
Right.
I love it.
You get headbutted to the stomach and like, oh! And it, it stops you for a second. You can react to how you want, but there's also a turn for Swell to do something if Swell wants to stop you before you get to the gem somehow.
Okay, I think what happens is I don't see the initial Zip stomping over, but I see Bug just like run head first into Zip. And I'm like, whoa! And I'll rush over and try to separate them and keep them like push them both apart to stop them from fighting.
So I don't know how to do that in a game mechanic. So I'm just going to say that because you're not actually trying to physically force someone to do something.
I'm trying to
there's
physically
no roll
force
or
them
anything
apart.
like that. You've inserted yourself between them.
Yeah, and also the gem.
But depending on, well, no, I don't know, like, sort of in between the gem. It's going to be when Zip responds. So if Zip tries to push past you, there'll be like a contested roll or something like that. If Zip steps back, then there's no roll.
All right.
No, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. So there's
Determined to
a
destroy the
contested
gem.
there's a contested roll, Zip versus Swell, and Swell you have advantage because you're being helped by the Tabaxis.
Okay. Is
Everyone
it
Let me at it! I'm gonna break that gem in half!
is it just a straight strength or is it strength athletics?
Straight strength check.
Okay.
Well, I got a natural 20.
Oh, advantage. Right.
Yep. Oh, you know what? He's Burial. I'm gonna roll for her initiative.
Okay.
His initiative, sorry. And he goes, Swell, you can hold her back, can't you? And gives you bardic inspiration.
Okay. That's a D8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it. I need to roll an 8. Okay. That's 19 total.
Oh, so
Because
close.
mine's 25.
Yeah.
With, like my
Oh,
strength bonus.
Okay.
All right. So you push past
I'm launching
and
myself at this gem.
you kick the gem. So give me some damage for an unarmed strike.
I love that you cackle while you're doing this.
14.
14 damage?
Yeah.
All right. The gem is really smushed up. And it's actually a little bit awkward because your foot's kind of caught in it and you have to sort of wriggle it out, which is part of the 14 damage, is like the pushing it apart to pull your leg out of it.
Zip, no!
Oh,
It's the only
no.
way they can show you your sister. Stop.
They're not gonna show me my sister. They're too cowardly. damn cats, this stupid jungle.
Oh, can we still use it?
It's still
If we
good.
put it back.
It's damaged. You don't know. Do we need another round of stuff? Like, are you gonna guys continue to do something? Are you
Well,
switching over to talking? What's going on this round? Bug, you get to act next.
I scoop up the pieces, and I hold it to the cat people, the Tabaxi scholars. Can we put this back
They're like,
and use it?
huh? I don't know.
Oh, I mean, what it is jelly, right? We can melt it.
I'm
warm it
pretty
back. It's
sure
no
that
problem,
we used mending to fix it last time, right?
Well, that's table talk. So this is what Bug's doing,
Okay,
and then it's
sorry.
Swell's turn.
Sorry.
We can put it back in a pot, boil it. Maybe we'll go back.
Swell?
My turn. Does Zip
Yep.
look like she's going to keep attacking the gem?
No. She's done all the damage that she wants to on it. I'm pretty satisfied that I've smushed it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna interject myself between you and the gem, and try and restrain you if you come any closer, and just say, "What the hell are you doing? Stop! It's the only way they need it intact to use it."
What for? They're too cowardly to use it anyway. They can't even use it for the one thing that I need it for. So you know what? It's useless.
It's just because they're not all cowards here.
Anyway, it's obviously broken. It's showing us nonsense.
I don't think it's nonsense. But it's the
Zip.
it's,
You start to feel a little bit like Isubrio says, maybe you should just sleep it off. And she casts a spell at you, and you just sort of feel a little bit drowsy, but you shake it off and don't fall asleep.
Caitlin knows all about that spell.
It's my favorite pod spell. And I'm just gonna start crying. Just gonna like sit down next to the gem.
They try and pick up the gem. I forgot. Did you guys move it out of the wheelbarrow, or
I think it's still in.
was it still in the wheelbarrow?
Yeah, I think.
The Tabaxis pick up the wheelbarrow and start wheeling it away from Zip, and they all sort of huddle around it and are having a look at it. And Stinging Nettles there trying to help as well.
Okay.
So what should we do next? Where do we? I don't even know where. We
Well,
might need more answers from the gem.
it hurts them too much to use it though. They look at them. They fall over as soon as they use it.
Well, maybe now that the gem is smaller, maybe it's less tiring to use.
I'm sorry. Do not think that is how it works, Bug.
No. Darn it.
Where it's not true.
I mean, we promised Zip that we'd get it and then we'd bring it back here and use it. And then afterwards we'd go and find her sister. So and I say this loud enough for Zip to hear. That we should go find her sister.
She wants to find her sister because she thinks that her master is there, but
The master's
I don't
not.
think her master's there.
And then
Yeah.
I kind of say this low enough for Bug, but not loud enough for Zip. If she sees that, then maybe she'll understand.
She already saw that. Or you mean like if we all go home?
Well,
I mean Zip's home.
yeah,
She will see that her master's not there.
yeah.
If you remember, the last thing Malkin said to us before we went through the portal is he said to warn the others.
Who are the others? What do they mean?
What?
The other Titan Slayers, perhaps.
How many were
Wait,
there?
what? Who?
Well, there were all of our masters, and there was also the other two that never took apprentices. You remember there was the large painting of them as we walked in the front door? Surely they must have your backstory.
I know
it
this
would have been
happened
mentioned
like
to
2
you.
days ago, but it feels like months at this point. So,
There was Britta Brushwand, who is a
Can you-
Triton bardist. So it's like a bard artist who would paint things into inspire people. And there was Georgian Pathhunter, a Furbolg barbarian who has returned to the queendom of Jodin and is quite a hermit. But Malkin was saying that he's visited with him once or twice. He came by the castle of Flarg Five Wands. I should say Flarg was also in the forehead of one of the gems.
oh, okay. Well,
So,
I think first and
we could try to
foremost,
visit one of them.
I guess.
Actually, yeah, that's. Okay, wait. So you said there's how many Slayers?
So there are a total of 7. There are the 5 that are trapped, meaning your 4 masters plus Flarg, the guy who you were visiting, the clockwork wizard. And then there's Georgian Pathhunter, the Furbolg barbarian, and Britta Brushwand, a Triton bardist. And she runs a museum in the Rainbow Archipelago, where she has an art gallery where she trains as many people as she can.
Okay.
Like Georgian's thought was, I can't train anybody. I want nothing to do with apprentices. And Britta's didn't take an apprentice because they were like, I'm just going to teach anyone, whether they're gifted or not gifted. I don't care. You come in, and my whole house, my whole museum, my whole gallery is going to be a way to teach the world. And I think I've sent that all to you guys in your backstory, so it should hopefully sound familiar.
Okay. I still think we should take
Okay, yeah, it's.
we should take Zip home
Coming back
first,
to me.
and then if she wants to keep coming with us, we can. I don't know, but I think
Or we
Let's-
could look for her sister too. I mean, if we can find her sister, it may be worthwhile. Maybe she can talk some sense into her. I don't know.
none of us can.
Well, we can. We can ask. We can ask her. Let's ask her what she wants to do next.
I don't know if she's in any shape to be answering, but maybe
Are
we
you
let
crying,
her.
Zip? Is she crying?
Yeah.
Well, Zip. I go over to Zip. I poke her, tap her on the shoulder. Are you okay?
No. Are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. But we need to keep going. Do you want to go back home to find your sister?
My sister's not at home. I don't know where she is.
Wait, your sister's not at home.
No, she's on her own
Oh,
training mission.
oh, okay.
I never knew if my sister is she like gifted as well or not?
I was assuming that she was,
Okay.
but if for your backstory you want to say that she wasn't, that's for you to decide because it's your character that you created.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming that if she was on her own like training mission, then she would be gifted. But
Then she's
Okay.
gifted. That's canon.
Should we go find your sister, or do you want to go home to your house?
what's the point? What's the point of going home if Titus isn't there, Mog isn't there?
Yeah. We could
is-
find The that one Titan Slayer on the island.
I mean, there's no way that we're gonna get them back on our own.
Our masters.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing, right? We have to get them back.
Yeah. Well, or should we just go home and lead a peaceful life for the rest of our lives?
You think they're gonna just be able to get out on their own?
I mean, maybe it's hopeless.
I mean, Titus is good, but there's nothing you can do when you're trapped in a rock.
Yeah, so we have to go save them, help them. Which is, I think, we should go and find the other Titan Slayer, and then we can get a team. Because we can't do it ourselves.
There's no way we can do it ourselves. Not yet, anyway.
And then maybe we can find your sister on the way. Where is she?
I don't know. She went before I did, and I haven't seen her since.
So there's no way for us to or we can't. We don't have a way to track her down. So
She
might
won't
as
even
well.
know. She won't even know what's happened.
Is she as strong as you?
She's way stronger than me.
Way stronger. Wow. We need
This
She'll be
bard,
helpful.
the bardist that's in the archipelago, they might have some sort of way of contacting people over distance. So if we find them, they might be able to call Mog, like send them a message or something.
Mog
Yeah.
might even be there for all I know.
Yeah, maybe. We should go and find out. Okay, but how do we get there? Are you still crying? Oh. All better.
First step would be finding some sort of boat that can take us there. We're already in the
Wait,
archipelago.
we know-
Like I wanted to do from the start.
Well,
We wouldn't have known
Okay,
what's
but
happened
do
to
we
our
know where?
masters if we just went straight there.
do we know where she lives?
Yeah, do we know where in the archipelago she lives?
You know the name of the island? I'm not sure. I guess the two people from the Rainbow Archipelago, you probably would both know where that island is roughly. Like, you haven't been there.
You sure?
But-
I'm a nomad.
Yeah.
What have I visited at all? Or do I
If
just
you want that to be if you want it to be part of your backstory, we can make that part of your backstory.
Okay.
Osprey took you to visit Britta one time. You know who she is.
Wait. I just wondered, like, because if we're traveling around a lot, we might have passed through is all.
Sure.
So you
Especially
met-
if
you
like
met her?
Osprey knew her as well.
The Rainbow Archipelago is quite a big amount of islands.
okay.
It does wrap around a lot of that world, but I mean, you've been alive for quite some time, so I don't see any reason why we can't have that as part of the story. One of you is from the east side, and one of you is from the west side, and she's from the central area. So she's actually not too far away from where you guys are.
Right
We just
now?
need to
Oh.
keep her.
Okay.
Yeah, like she is. If you were walking, you might get there in a couple weeks, which
But
isn't
wait.
that. I mean, that's a lot of walking, right? You guys walked, a day across this island already.
If we were walking across the water.
Yeah, so it's going to take time in a ship as well, but like it's a doable amount of time if you think you're in a world where you don't have cars.
Yeah, we should. Okay. But so we know the way to go then. We don't need the gem. to locate anything.
To locate her, no.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds like we know where to go next. But do we want to take the gem with us?
No,
Even though
no.
it's broken in half.
And
It's
we can't use it.
It's way too hard to
It's
transport.
it's cool and shiny. To put it in boxy. Wait, why didn't we put the gem in boxy? Why
I
did
think
we...
it's too big for Boxy.
Is it too big for boxy? Can we try? Boxy, is it too big to fit inside of you?
I think these tabaxi need it more than we do.
Maybe you could just take a chunk of it.
We did risk our lives to get it. They didn't do anything to get it. They don't need it. Why would they need it? You're just home every day. Let's take it. Does it fit inside box?
I'm happy to leave it. If you want to take it,
Maybe you could just take a chunk of it.
grab a chunk.
Well, to glue it back together. Maybe. Tree sap. Just get some tree sap and glue it together.
Bug, was your master an artificer who was able to make magic items?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Perhaps this is why you're so optimistic about your possibility of, putting some sap on a magical item and all of a sudden it's better. Because I do not think it's going to be quite so simple. You
Well,
remember how much time and effort he put into all of his projects. It's not an easy job to fix something once you've broken it. Or with someone so carelessly has broken it.
It wasn't
so
careless.
is the power, but is the
It's
power,
premeditated.
It was very much premeditated.
is the power of the gem in the shape of it or in the size of it?
Good question.
Because, if it's just the size of it, we just, push it together, it's fine. If it's in the shape of it, we can glue it back. I don't see why not. Well, in any case, does it fit inside of Boxy?
It is currently surrounded by tabaxi who are attending to it and trying to fix it.
Okay.
So that's a whole separate interaction if you want to go over and try and do that.
Yeah, I guess go over. Hey, how's it going, guys? Can you guys fix it?
So Stinging Nettle looks up and says, I've healed it as best I can, but I don't know if it's going to work.
What do the other people say?
We promised to look into it for you, but because you promised to bring it back and give it to us so that we could scry. And
Oh, yeah.
you destroy it as soon as you got what you wanted? Not cool. I guess you need to read more stories about people getting wishes. You get what you wish for, you're never happy. Why genies are evil. And all those stories.
That's a good point. But do you want us to help you? Do you want me to help you fix it with maybe some glue? Put it back together.
No, I think we'll take it from here. Thanks.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate
guess...
you headbutting your friend.
Yeah, I tried.
That
I tried.
That evil elf, we knew we shouldn't have let her into the village.
Yeah, she's just upset, But okay, so I guess I go back to the group. I feel kind of bad because I do remember now that we said we leave it to them. So I guess we should get going. we shouldn't. I guess you're right, Swell. We shouldn't take the gem.
I mean, it's no use to us anyway. We don't need it. Pretty soon, if we keep on this path, we'll be able to do the sort of things that that gem would give us access to anyway. They need it because they're not. They
You're
don't
right.
have our talent.
Yeah.
I'll look up at
I just thought it was a cool gem.
It is pretty cool.
But
is it
but
like?
we
Is it
got
really
other-
a gem
we got
or is
some
it
other
something else? I don't know.
that's what makes it cool. It's like a Jello. It's like a food item and a gem.
I'm gonna
All right,
look up at
but
the sky
it's
and try to gauge the time of day.
It's dusk. Like you guys got back at nighttime, basically.
Well,
So
I'll just ask. Who is it? I'll ask like the closest tabaxi. I'm not sure who it is. If it's just some rando or if it's like someone we've met before.
it's going to be it's one of the ones you already met, and their name is Star Walking Eye.
Star Walking Eye. Okay. Male, female? Just
Not sure.
Okay. So, like, excuse me, sir, ma'am, Mr. Walking Eye. Where's somewhere we could get a boat? Is there a port nearby that we could?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You guys could. Depends. What kind of port are you looking for? Are you looking for a big busy one or like a smaller, quieter one?
Just somewhere we can book passage to another island. We need to. See, knowing that what we know now, we're going to have to find other members of the group the masters were part of. The quickest way is going to be by boat, I think. Unless there's no.
Well, if you leave town north, you're gonna walk along that trail, and then you head east. It'll take you to Thunderroot, and then it's a mining town. You leave there, and you travel for a while, and you get to a city of ruins, and it's called New Firestone. They've rebuilt some stuff on top of that, and then you go the next bit, and you're going to get to one of the harbors.
Okay.
You get to let's see, what is it called here? Rum Rumble.
Rum Rumble?
It's got kind of, yeah. They do a lot of shipping of the rum grown on the island, refined here.
I'm not
So
supposed
you might
to.
be able to get on a shipping boat.
Okay. And do we know where this other Titan Slayer is? Which island they're on? It's Matt asking Ryan.
Yes. Yes, you do, and I will see if I have it here in one of my files. You guys can just continue sobbing and drawing.
So much sobbing.
All the makeup that Whispering was it Whispering Nettle?
Yeah.
Stinging Nettle.
Stinging Nettle put on me is like running down my face now.
Okay. I'm gonna take my backpack off and start rummaging through it. How much money we have? It's not much, is it?
Didn't we pick up
It's-
like
it's-
handfuls of gold in that?
We have a lot of
Yeah,
money.
you got a lot of money in Boxy.
Okay. So we have enough to book passage. Okay.
You should, yeah.
Alright.
You probably have enough to book like a nice cabin on it if you can find a nice boat.
Okay.
Right.
That's good. So yeah, what was the name of the place we need to get to?
It's called Bright Palm.
Right Palm.
I have palm trees on there that have very bright colors. They don't just grow in green, but like other really vibrant, brilliant colors. One of the reasons maybe she set her gallery there.
Okay. And the name of the Titan Slayer that's there was... Because I got...
Britta,
Britta, that's right. Yeah.
bright wand.
Right one.
Or sorry, brush wand.
Okay. Oh, because she's a...
Brush wand. I got confused with the island for a second.
Okay.
Bright palm, brush wand.
She's the bardist.
She has a wand that's like a brush.
Okay.
Or a brush that's like a wand.
Okay.
Wand is actually a brush. Like you've seen her do spells before, and she paints in the air,
Oh,
and
cool.
it appears.
That's cool. Alright. I'll rejoin my... I'll say thank you, Mr. I, and I'll pretend to like tip a hat that I'm not wearing. Thank you, and I'll rush back to join my compatriots. And I'll say, where there's a harbour town not too far from here. Apparently, we can book passage there to wherever we want to go. We want to find Britta Brushwand, or if we want to go to Zip's house, try and track down her sister. I mean, we might be able to like two birds with one stone potentially. But out of the two, I think finding a member of the Titan Slayers is probably going to help us more. And then we can
Yeah.
figure out what we need to do next.
And plus, we know more reliably where she lives.
Yeah. Whereas we don't know where.
That sounds like a good plan. The sister is, yeah.
We would if we had a gem to look into.
What?
Who was that?
Yeah,
Nothing.
if only somebody would have looked into it to find my sister.
Well, I
Wow.
I feel kind of bad that we left this broken gem for them. So maybe we can try and fix it before we leave. With some glue. Well, like I said, what if we boil it? And when it throw all the little pieces in the pot, and then when it cools, it will be.
Did you grab all of those vials that had the little guys in it?
Yeah.
The ones that you were eating?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Why don't you try those?
What do you mean?
Like maybe they'll fuse it together.
Yeah, maybe we can pour some of the.
Is
Yeah,
this Zip talking or is this Caitlin table talking?
It's Zip talking.
Okay.
yeah. That's actually a good idea.
She's not going to admit it, but she does feel slightly bad that she smashed the job.
That's what I was trying to gauge on like what the tabaxis are hearing
Yeah.
and like if they're hearing some remorse or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. We can do that. Let's see if they're willing to let us help them.
So you go over to the group.
Yeah.
I'll stay behind because
We-
I have a feeling that they're not going to receive me very well.
Yeah. I go to them again. Are they inside or outside? And they just like.
They're outside and they're like about 5 huts away from you. They just took the
Okay.
wheelbarrow and just went bloop, 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 and just took off with it.
Okay. Yeah, I go and check again how they're doing. It's like to see. I guess I take a peek to see what's the condition of the gem.
It looks still damaged. Looks a
Like in
Still
what way?
pretty messed
Like
up.
split in half completely, or
No, it's got like a big chunk still missing from it.
where is
Like
it?
it's split and then like as she pulled her foot out, like a chunk came with it, and that is sort of resting back inside of it, but it's not sealed up. it's a bigger cut than she's able to use with mending.
Okay. So I guess Boxy is with me, so I take out one of the gooey stuff. That's the same color as the gem, as closely resembles the color as possible.
Okay. There were ones that were more opaque blue and ones that were like almost translucent blue, like they're little bits across, like in variation. So you can pick ones from the lighter, like almost completely translucent ooze.
Okay, yeah. So and
Ooze-lent.
I take it up. I offer it to them. How protective are they of the gem?
They seem protective, but a stinging nettle looks at you and looks at the bottle and figures out what's up. She's like, "Oh,
do you think this will work if we pour it onto the gem?"
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine."
Okay, and then I guess I pour it on the gem.
Okay,
Since no one's
so you
stopping
take
me.
the cap off and you go like this, right?
Yeah.
And it wraps up and grabs onto your hand.
Oh, so it's not dripping.
It starts trying to inch up your arm.
Okay, I peel it off and I put it on the gem.
Okay.
In between the gem, or I guess smushing the gem without hurting it.
You sort of push it in like putty or whatever,
Yeah.
and it sort of absorbs into it.
Does it look better?
It does look like it's been somewhat repaired.
Like completely repaired?
Not yet, no.
Oh wow, it's kind of working, and I take out another one.
Okay.
Let's do the same.
You repeat the process, and it looks like it's better. It's probably going to take like 5 or 6 of these at this rate to be able to repair it.
Okay, so I keep going until it's like fully repaired, since it looks like it's working.
You think that the gem looks repaired. Whether it works or not is another question.
Yeah, like, so I'm like, look, it's all repaired.
It's like the idea of like you've taken a sword that has a bunch of chips out of it, and then you've put like crazy glue or something, or like some epoxy over that part, and it's magic epoxy, so maybe it'll bond with the sword and maybe it will still work, or maybe there's still giant chips out of it. You don't know yet.
I was like, okay, so then I'm like, do you guys want to try, see if this works now?
We've been talking it over, and we think maybe it's too much for one of us to use, but maybe if we all hold hands and we all work together, maybe we can use it as a group. Maybe if we share the burden. Of course, maybe it'll wipe us all out. I don't know, but that's what we were thinking. So.
That's a good idea. We do have someone we want you to help us track down. So if you want to try doing that, and then can see if this sign works.
I'm not going to find her sister. We've agreed that. We're not going to look for her. After her destroying the gem, none of us want to look for her. So don't ask us for that.
Okay. I guess that's understandable.
I guess okay, I'm still with Zip, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you guys willing to find someone else that's not her sister?
I mean, we wanted to do it for somebody else, but I suppose since you brought this back, maybe we could try one. Who did you want us to find?
I'll get back to you. And then, hold on, be right back. So I run back to the group, my group. So Zip, actually your slime idea worked. I think. But and maybe they can help us track down one person, but they said not your sister.
Wait, what?
But what
Of course
if
they did.
both
Cowards. Every single one of them.
But they said they can't find. They refused to look for a sister.
They
But what
refused
if
to?
who did your sister leave? Yeah, because Zip did destroy the gem.
But they wouldn't have the gem if she didn't
But
bring it back. If we didn't find it, they wouldn't have it.
Yeah, but we, can't really convince them if they're like upset.
How about this? We
But-
tell them to find someone, and it's Zip's sister, but we don't tell them it's Zip's sister. We just say, "There's this person."
Well, or
No.
alternatively, who did Zip's sisters travel with? We can find her travel companion.
Yeah. I like that too.
I don't know
Now-
if I would know who Mog is traveling with, though. Were there other...
You don't know. It's a secret mission she was on.
So she just left without any clues or anything.
She was. You knew that she was sent off by Titus, and she packed her things and left and was gone. You woke up the next morning and he explained that he had sent her off because she was ready for something.
Okay. Well, is there another person that's useful to track down?
I mean, Britta bright one, but I mean, they're probably
I
the
will-
best person to find because that's where we want to go next.
I will point out that Zip's sister looks nothing like Zip, so Matt's plan is not a terrible plan.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
just-
if Swell would know that though, necessarily.
Well,
Okay.
okay. I mean,
Tell them to look for an...
So,
I forgot what she's called. This is not Zip. This is Caitlin.
I thought she was an orc or a half orc.
That's right. She's an orc. I kept thinking ogre, and I was like, "That's not the right word."
wait,
I mean,
she's a
okay.
half orc.
She's an orc. Yeah. She's an
And
orc
you're an elf?
teenager. Yeah.
So you guys are not related.
No, we were both found. By
Okay,
Titus.
but
You were
how
found?
do they just need a name?
Yeah, we were. I mean, Titus isn't my real father. He's a turtle.
I mean, Osprey's not my mom. Just raised me. I was found as well.
Don't look at me. I was given. I know who my parents were, but I'm being raised by an auntie.
Wait,
Friend,
are we all? Never mind. It's fine.
no, I'm not an orphan.
I mean, well, that'll work even better. If they don't know that your sister isn't Drow, then they'll just think, whatever. I think this is a good plan.
She's an orc, and she's 17 years old, and she's about this much taller than me.
Do you have something of hers? Something she's given you?
I need a deception check from Zip right now, because right now I assume that you guys have gone away from the group and are speaking in hushed tones about your plan. But doing that big gesture, if somebody's then going to repeat that gesture, they might suspect something. So I want a deception check.
15.
Okay.
Okay.
I just feel a little bad, because
I wouldn't.
that's
I mean,
something they don't want to do. We can give them a lot of money.
we
If they have a
got
lot of
them.
money, we can just give.
We got
money.
them this gem. If they wanted the gem themselves, they would have gone and got it. It's not.
I'll give you a it's kind of like a woven friendship bracelet type thing that I usually use to keep my hair pulled back. And I'll give you that.
Oh, sick! You
give
do
to them.
friendship bracelets too, eh? I do them as well, and I'll show you the one that's like on my arm.
I guess everyone on the island does it.
Bit of a tradition, I guess. All right.
Okay, fine. Let's just go with that. Yeah.
Let's try.
Swell, you say
Why don't you tell them that she's your sister?
my sister or Swell's sister?
Swell's sister.
Ye-
Or his girlfriend.
Nah, and he gets all
Or your
sheepish.
mom.
Bit young.
How old is your sister? Okay, well, anyway, whatever it is, you tell them.
Okay. The other thing is we can try and find the second hand for old magic user. I forgot her name.
Sutran.
Sutran. That was Matt.
Oh.
That wasn't Swell.
That's
Sutran.
actually kind of interesting. That's an exciting idea too. Yeah, what do you think about that, Zip?
Sure, whatever. I mean, I don't even think that they'll be able to find Mog, so there's no point in even trying.
Well, let's give it a shot,
I-
at least.
I feel better about this because we don't have to lie to them. You know?
I don't like lying.
I mean, for
either.
all I know, they're going to show me Mog trapped in the belly of some dragon or something like that.
That's the spirit?
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be horrible to find out.
I don't want to know where they think she is.
Okay,
Just
great. You guys
between
hate
us?
each other. Perfect.
Just
That's-
between us, I don't think they know much about anything other than the few that, like Whispering Axe and her family. But
So should we ask them to locate the hand? The hand jumps up and down, giving thumbs up.
okay.
What do you think, Swell?
I think, first of all, yeah, let's show them the bracelet and be like the person that gave this to us. And then the hand. I think that's plan of
Two
attack.
things. You think they would? Okay.
Look, they're going to have the rest of their lives to play with this gem. We've got maybe until tomorrow sometime when we decide to leave. And I'm sure they
Okay,
want to use it to
alright.
spy on all people across the island and across the world, but I actually wonder if we've done a bad thing bringing them the gem, to be honest.
There's a bunch of perverts.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with it. Just looking at people doesn't hurt them.
It invades people's privacies, I guess. I don't want them to look at me while I'm taking care of business. Yeah. That would be so weird and gross.
But it's okay. You won't know. It's not.
That's even
affect you.
worse. Oh, man.
I didn't want to know.
What about your god? Does your god see you poop?
Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, he's like freaking out right now.
Anyway, we'll think about that later. Let's go ask them.
All right.
So you make your way over 5 houses away, and you notice that there's one tabaxi that's been sort of keeping an eye on you that isn't with the huddle.
Yeah.
And they've kept their distance, but they're keeping an eye on you from up high in one of the houses. What are you going to ask for? What are you saying?
Have they rejoined the huddle as well?
No.
Okay.
So it's just Bug going over?
Oh, I'm
Bug says-
Swell's going as well.
Okay.
So,
So
Bug and Swell.
you tell them.
okay. I mean, we probably have a few things for you to look up if that's okay. We really appreciate you taking your time to do it. We need to find the person that gave us this, and I'll hand over the bracelet. I don't know if you can use that to help track him down or whatever, but I know sometimes it helps. And I'll be like, and Sutran here, and I'll like kind of get Sutran on my hand and like hold her hand down. I'll be like, we need to find her other hand so she can magic herself back into being. She's helped us quite a bit, and it's the least we can do if we can. But I don't know. They're just a couple of things. If you have the time, please, thank you.
Okay, I think we're ready to give it a shot.
Okay.
And a group of 20 tabaxi are holding hands. And they're there's probably a ring of like 5 and then another ring of like 15 behind them holding like on their shoulders and stuff.
Do you need us to help?
And they're all like, I don't know if he'd make it better or worse, to be honest.
Okay.
And they do their spell. I need you to roll percentile check.
Okay. Percentile. 15. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Right. You see a vision starts in close of this orc teen, and it's nighttime, and she's talking to someone, and she's speaking in Orcish. Do you speak Orc?
Do I? No.
How about you, Bug? Do you speak Orcish?
Bug shit.
Common and goblin.
Okay.
So similar? Is it like the
No.
goblin with an accent? No.
That's pretty different. So you, like, she's speaking and you're not sure what she's saying, and she's speaking to a half orc that is wearing very light clothes, airy clothes, and it pulls back more, and you can see that they're in a desert climate. They're not in the middle of a desert, but they're in like beside a building made of sand and stone, with succulent cactuses growing all around them.
Okay.
And there are nobody else around. They're having some sort of meeting behind a building at night in a place in the desert, which you might guess is part of the Glass Dominion, which is sort of the desert cities, which is to the east of where you are.
Okay.
And the vision ends.
Okay, cool.
Looked like it was kind of a clandestine meeting.
Right.
Oh, what meeting?
Clandestine, secret, shady.
Okay. I think they're pretty far away.
So, Glass Dominion.
All right.
Okay. What about those? What about Sutran?
So, who wants to roll percentile for Sutran?
You go, Bug.
Wait, what's percentile?
So you
What
roll
is
two 10-sided dice.
If you click on the D20
one
symbol
number
in
is
the
going-
bottom left, there's a D100. Should pop up. It's like the 2 spinning tops.
It's going to give us a number from 1 to 100.
Okay. 60.
60. Okay.
Wait, what? Sorry. What did Swell get before?
15.
15.
15? Oh, okay.
So you guys see another vision, and you see a hand that looks a lot like the hand you've seen, except for it's the opposite hand. And the vision pulls back, and it's inside a box, much like the box you found Sutran in. And it pulls back, and it's underneath a stack of gold and jewels, and it pulls back, and you see a golden dragon, and it looks up at you, and then goes dark.
Okay. It's
And
all
everybody
right.
who's holding
Wow.
the hands are like, okay. That first one was okay. The second one has really taken a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, so wait, is it because of the percentile?
You don't know. That number, you don't know why I'm making you roll that number.
Or is it because the first did they feel tired after stinging nettles?
Yeah,
Did,
like the guy, the one person who did it collapsed to the ground, exhausted and
oh, okay.
drained. So now, as a group, they've done 2, and they're feeling shook.
Well, I'm real sorry,
So it's not
Sutran,
because
but
of
yeah,
like the monster.
might have been.
It wasn't because of the scary monster vision.
She,
What was stinging nettles scary? I forget what happened. Was there like a scary moment?
Stinging nettles was seeing her mother as a servant in a garden full of tabaxi servants.
Okay, so it
So
wasn't like a traumatic beast.
it wasn't like a terrible beast, but it was, you know, an unpleasant vision for stinging nettle. Probably not
Right.
so much for the other people, although they're tabaxis seeing other tabaxis imprisoned, which is not cool. Looks like we're getting a doodle here of a desert traveling Mog
Is it Mog?
who has Mog's goggles.
I
Models.
figured
Protector
they're
from
like
desert.
sand goggles to
Yeah.
stop the sand getting in your eyes.
I thought you were going to say they're moggles, but
Moggles.
I'll say to
What type?
Sutran that I'm real sorry, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get your hand anytime soon. It's under a dragon's hoard.
She
Do we
grabs a sheet of
recognize?
paper and writes, "Dragon side. That's where I gotta go."
Where's Dragonside?
It's so there's the continent where that's 3 nations that are connected. So there's the Glass Dominion, the Gempire, and Dragonside. And you're from the Gempire. So you know that on the other side of those mountains
Oh,
is
right.
this giant jungly area. There are mountains there, and there's shores and a bunch of different sort of types of land. And there are a bunch of dragons that fight there for territory. And they fight by proxy too with their dragonborn warriors and elemental ganassis.
So, did you recognize our dragon, Sujan?
No,
Okay, so you just assume that it's where it is.
that's where most of them live.
Okay.
We might be heading that way anyway, in
Wow.
that direction.
Yeah. Both of them are pretty far. Let's. Okay, but let's go find the Titan Slayer on the island, and then go to Glass Dominion, and then Dragonside.
Good plan.
Do you want to continue? Do you want to come with us, Suchan, on this route?
She writes down, "I'll come with you to a boat and try and get a boat to Dragonside."
But you're just a hand. What are you gonna do when you get to Dragonside?
Magic,
Kick dragon
I
butt.
presume?
Does your hand has to come outside the box for you to reunite, right?
Yes. I can open a box with this hand, though.
With a
It's
dragon,
quite magically animated.
with a dragon laying on top of it all? There's no way.
Under the pile of gold. What I am curious about Suchan's identity.
I've spent decades trapped in a box in one place. I'm going to go free myself. I can't not try.
Yeah, but we can help you if you wait and help us find the Titan Slayer first.
Make a persuasion check.
Bug.
Persuasion. 15.
He writes, well, I'll stick with you at least to Britta.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Good.
we can help each other more than we realize.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no coincidence that we just ran into you in the King what's his name's tomb. Like, anyway.
Just get the elf to stop destroying all the magic stuff. I don't know why she hates magic so much, but
She just
destroyed
hates what
the
she doesn't
runes
understand.
in the in Dormir's, and she destroyed the gem. I like magic.
That's just
It helps me.
Zip
that's just
does
two things.
one
It's not
thing.
a pattern yet.
Yeah, Zip does one thing, and she does it really well, and that's mess stuff up, and it's going to be really handy in future. But I don't know how to turn that off. You know, I can't ask Bug to stop being
Keep an
hairy.
eye on her.
Of course,
Well, I could.
Keep an eye on her.
I'll keep both eyes.
Yes.
If she makes
yeah,
a-
we will
If she makes a move,
headbutt her. Although it didn't stop her, I guess.
I like to think that Bug is like
Well,
smaller than
the
me, but you're
next
about the
time.
same height as me, right? Because you're pretty tall. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not tall. How tall are you?
Probably, I'm still growing. Probably about 5-ish foot. I'm not sure how tall, to be honest. I'm big for my age.
Yeah. Last time I measured, I was 4 feet.
Okay.
But I might have grown taller.
Sorry, that was out of character. I'm just kind of like, I'd like to think that I'd ruffle your hair at that point. Just be like, yeah, got my little monster here to keep her in check.
Yep.
But we should get back to the other two and tell them where we're going, or what we saw, I should say. But
Yeah, but hey, the slime thing worked.
Yeah, good call on that.
That's cool. That's cool, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe we should leave some here for the Tabaxi to use in case they break it again. Or do you want to keep them?
No, it's okay. We can keep.
All right. Well, they know where to go if they want some
anything.
more.
They're so gentle. Yeah.
there's none left.
Yeah. They.
You took them all.
But they're so gentle.
Yeah, they're all in Boxy, except for I think Stinging Nettle took a couple bottles as well.
Okay.
Took one. Yeah. Okay, and it's fine. They're okay. Yeah. Let's go. We can walk back to Zip and Esporio.
And fill them in.
Like
Say, Zip.
we said, we were heard.
Yeah, we saw your sister. She's in the Glass Dominion. She was meeting with.
You saw her?
Yeah, she was wearing goggles and it was in a desert. I think it was Glass Dominion though.
She wasn't
No, she was
trapped
fine.
in some kind of beast?
No, she was talking with someone.
She was having a secret meeting.
A clandestine meeting.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's kind of her thing, right?
Yeah,
Well.
she's safe. She's safe. I don't know if you still want to go home or what, but I mean, we could try and swing past.
Well, there's no point. There's not going to be anyone there.
Yeah, and plus we told Sutran that we would take her to her other hand, which is in Dragonside, at Dragonside.
Oh yeah, guess where her hand is.
Uh,
Can you guess?
in a dragon?
No, dragon side.
In a dragon?
Yeah, it's in a dragon's
Perfect.
hoard.
Sutran writes under a dragon.
Under a dragon. Right.
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
You want to fight a dragon?
That sounds like a real fun adventure. Let's go fight a dragon.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Under gold. Yeah, that sounds fun.
We're not gonna fight a dragon. That's what? we're like 15 years old. There's no way we're fighting a dragon.
By the time we get there, we'll be 20.
We'll be 30.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe maybe this hand can, I don't know, do some magic or something. Turn it invisible. You can scurry on over under the dragon.
Actually, that's a good point. If we find a ring of invisibility, we can put it on you, and then you become invisible. You can just go in there and get your hand. That'd be
Sutran
cool.
writes down, dragons can see invisible, but I like your way you think.
Ah, okay. They can see invisibility. I don't know.
You can. I'll figure out something. But yeah, let's go to the our Titan's lair friend. What's her name again? I keep
Britta
forgetting.
Brushwand. You
Britta.
can remember because she uses her wand as a brush.
Oh, brush one. Yeah, let's go. Well,
Yeah.
but we need to sleep, right? Do we need
Yeah,
to
it's
So-
sleep?
getting pretty dark.
You guys, anything you want to do before you crash out here?
Just check in with Zip, see if she's okay, but like in a way that doesn't seem like I'm checking in on her. Just like, not like how you doing, champ. More like that was pretty rough.
What was?
Like all of it was messed up.
Yeah, it's real messed up. I don't know how you're so okay with everything.
Oh, I'm not. I'm freaking out. It's so bad.
Well, you don't look like it.
There's a trick. I'll take out a little pouch and like shake it, and I'll be like, take some of this.
No, I'm good.
You haven't.
I don't need to turn into one of those deadbeats that lays on the beach all day.
Nah, it's not for that. It's medicinal. It helps with religious
Yeah, that's what they
ceremonies
say
and stuff.
too. Right, communing with God.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I mean, I'm at like 90% anxiety, like 90% of the time. That's almost 100%, man. Like that's crazy. This life, I don't know. But we'll find.
I mean, you're a master. You're like me. Like, Osprey is the only family you have, so I'm surprised you're not more upset.
I'm extremely upset, but we're doing something about it, and that helps me stay focused, knowing that we're gonna like try and find them. And I mean, I'm not just gonna do nothing. If it felt like we could do nothing, then I'd be freaking out even more, you know. But I'm you know, in this now. Gonna find out like how to get them back and how to get them out of those gems and how to take down that giant kraken beast. Is it a hydra? It's got like 3 animals, right? Like that's technically what a hydra is. Not a hydra. What are they called?
Chimera?
Yeah,
Like
one of
that
them
one we
things.
saw in the jungle?
Well, not like that one, because
Yeah,
that was a dumb one.
We couldn't even take that one down.
Didn't have to.
I don't know how we're gonna do against 3 titans smushed together.
They'll have like a secret weakness
Well, I
or
don't-
like I don't know. Sorry, bug.
Well, I was gonna say on a positive note, they are safe and sound in the gem, as opposed to in its stomach.
I really wish I had your optimism.
Like
Yeah.
they've been doing this long before we ever came along, right? Like they've dealt with these things, and I mean, they know what they're doing, is what I'm trying to say. Even if
You
they
mean
are
that they
stuck.
intentionally got trapped inside the stone on the back of a titan?
I mean, maybe it was the only way to
Me-
keep us alive. I don't know. There's got to be some reason.
Yeah, maybe I don't
Do we know much about these three
either
different
have.
monsters? These three titans? Would they have like our
What do you
masters?
want to know about it?
Would they have told us stories about them? Like we defeated.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we
absolutely.
defeated. Okay. So was there anything like
If
about
you want to
them?
know something specific, you could.
Okay. So the gem monster.
Has
Did that take like suck people into its gems? Is that something that it would have done previously?
No,
Okay.
no, it was not one of its powers previously.
Okay.
so wait, so is one of the monsters had gems?
One of them was a giant crystalline humanoid, and it was very strong and difficult to beat, and it seemed to be resistant to a lot of magical spells. That what they would throw at it would sort of bounce off or get absorbed into it. And it was so strong that, hitting it with weapons wasn't doing a lot. And they basically had to keep it busy and push it into a volcano and watch it melt.
Do we know that the
So was the
phoenix?
gem?
Sorry, go on. Go on.
I was going to say, was the gem they are trapped in made out of that material?
It looked like the purple, at least it was purple gem, so it's probably that. You've never seen the creatures, right?
Right.
I was going to ask if we know if the phoenix. I know Matt knows this because it's kind of part of its lore, but do we know that they can be born again?
Yep.
Okay, so that's
The,
lore.
the this creature though had been, the reason they were optimistic about it is it had been contained within its egg for centuries. Like this creature had not been awoken for a super long time, and this is way too early for it to be awake again
Okay.
if it's on a regular sort of schedule.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty weird that the this creature, we have no idea how it combined together, but it could be some kind of trick too. But I don't know.
The purple gem monster is called the Brambled Jewel.
Brambled jewel.
The Kraken is the many-armed annihilator, and the Phoenix was called the Pyre of the Skies.
So why did our masters kill them?
Because they were rampaging. If you can imagine kaiju Godzilla style, Rodan, whatever you want to compare it to, they just wake up and start smashing things. And so they, like the Brambled Jewel was actually in the Gem Pyre, and they smashed it and fought it and teleported, during the fight, they teleported it away from there to try and save people and teleported it to one of the places on the Rainbow Archipelago and smashed it into bits and put the bits in the volcano.
And do we know if those titans have like a kind of regular schedule where they wake up and rampage, or is it like historically random?
Historically, it is random, but they've been occurring a little bit more frequently. But it isn't something where like these things should not be awake right now.
And they shouldn't be smushed into one.
Absolutely.
So if
And it would be extremely coincidental that the three that they defeated, because there are other titans that have been defeated by other people. There are I don't know if you remember, part of your other lore is that there were some other organizations that try and stop Titans beyond your masters, including the group that's more organized, almost like a police force in the sky, like a special SWAT team or whatever. They've got
Skyforce.
castles that float on clouds, and they try and keep an eye on things.
I see. I'm sure we'll get more answers once we find meat, Britta, brush, word, brush sword. What's her name?
Brush wand.
So
Wand.
close. You're so
Brush
She's
wand.
close.
really there every time.
Brush one.
In the scheme of things, our masters and the Titan Slayers in general, are they relatively well known? Like, are they kind of celebrities in the world?
They're well known in certain circles, right? Like
Okay.
the type of people who pay attention to what's going on in the world. Yes. So like if you went to a place where there's a kingdom of people who have lots of trade and they're dealing with stuff, then especially the higher up people, who have time to read books and pay attention to the news. Yes. If you're in if you're wandering through the jungle like you have been, and you just find these civilizations that like nobody really goes to Phantom Wall, so like they would have no idea.
Okay.
So like, yeah, there definitely is some. Their level of fame is like being part of a rock band that has had 3 hit singles.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's all we can really do for now. I was wondering if maybe it's weird. It's the 3 monsters that our masters took down, and they're all fused together. I thought maybe the Phoenix came back and something brought the others back too. And I don't know. There's something weird going on for sure. Something that we don't know about.
Probably some crazy wizard.
Some crazy
Damn
one-armed
wizards.
wizard, yeah.
They always, yeah, they're always messing around with things that they don't know, making trouble.
Sutran writes down, or maybe some fighter who is messing with some magic thing they didn't understand.
I'm gonna like scrunch the paper up, toss it away.
Hey, we're just having fun here. Nothing. Yeah,
With that, I'm going to say you guys are going to crash out. You've had a long day. You had that incredible spike of excitement as you pulled the gem out of the Dormir's lair in the morning, but the emotional weight and all that traveling you did, you're feeling more worn down and very ready for sleep. But during the night, Bug, your patron speaks to you. You hear a soothing female voice saying, "You get stronger. This is good. You will do good work. Keep going. We need your power." That's it. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there for the evening. Next week, you guys will be heading out to Thunderroot.
nice.
Yay.
Ooh.
Exciting. I had a good dream. It's like my fantasy dream.
That's
So, yeah, with that, does anybody have a favorite moment from this week? I certainly enjoyed the complete. I don't know why I was surprised this week with Zip kicking the gem after having destroyed the magic symbol last week. That I was caught off guard again.
I didn't mean for this to become my character, but now I feel like I'm really going in a trajectory. She just really hates magic.
doesn't trust it. You know?
Yeah, I also very much enjoyed kicking that gem.
Oh my god.
I could feel it. Especially because I knew that I could damage it because I'd poked it last week.
You're just like waiting for this moment.
You're gonna kick the wrong
You
thing,
weren't
and
even
you're just
that
gonna
angry.
like.
You're just
Yeah.
like,
You're gonna have to take
If
a couple
you hadn't
levels
have
in
come up with the
Barbarian.
fix for it, it was going to stay broken.
Yeah, that's right. I also thought of how to fix it. So really,
Yeah. no harm
it
done.
balanced out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a couple of levels in Barbarian with the way you're going, because that rage
Yeah.
is like
Yeah, maybe I should.
I don't know. Yeah.
A little bit of rage.
I liked headbutting Zip.
That was really fun. That was a very good child thing to do, to, like, the big brawny tough person that the child runs over and is like not exactly sure how to fight without your eldritch blasts or boomerang.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't want to hurt. Just want to stop.
Yeah. That was a cinematic moment for me.
Yeah, that was really good. I think my favorite thing was lying to the Tabaxi to get them to check on Zip's sister. It was very out of character.
Yeah,
as well, but he was mad that they were just like.
Yeah, I like the idea that everyone in the Rainbow Archipelago makes like the same friendship bracelets.
Actually, it is part of my character story, and you know what? In the night, like after everyone's going to sleep, Swell will stay up and kind of start making one to give to Zip, make her feel better.
That's nice.
Well, when you present it to her, you'll have to have thought about what the colors symbolize, because I think, don't friendship bracelets, when you like what you weave into it or what colors you put in, say something about your friendship?
Oh, do they?
I've never actually made one in real life.
But you just make it up. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can make up, like, I'm asking you to make up something that will be like, will tell Zip a little bit about how you feel about her.
Okay. I already know what color it's gonna be, but I'll
oh no,
yeah.
I'm excited to find out, but we'll leave it for next week. It'll be a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'll make a couple actually. But yeah, we'll go with that. And the last thing I liked was that right at the start when we were talking about how Bug was eating all the oozes. Eric commented in chat saying Jürgen Fruz, like FR dash.
Very nice.
That's really funny. I wanted to call it out when I heard it.
Inspiration to him for that fun. In your home game, you're allowed to have inspiration. I said it.
There you go. Well, he's DMing tomorrow, so I guess as a DM he gets inspiration.
DM gets inspiration then, as it can re-roll anything that they want to re-roll.
There you go, Eric. Brian said it.
Nice. It's official.
But yeah, speaking of next week, bracelets being ready, friends, we will meet you next week, hopefully, for another edition of Magical Marker. We will be at the regular time, and maybe the regular cast. Actually, boy, were you saying you're going to be gone next week?
Wait, what day is next week? 27. Next week.
Okay. So we'll have the whole cast back for the next bit. Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
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 Anybody have anything to promote?
No.
No. All right.
No, it's too late.
Let's
We
make
already
it
said
nice
goodbye.
Make it fast.
Yeah.
All right.
Night, everyone.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.